Taking Alpha.
Hi, we're playing Dead Alliance, which is a zombie-based first-person shooter, and quite possibly one of the worst performing games I've played this generation. It could very well be one of the worst games I've played on Xbox One. So, originally, I was able to play this at E3 this year, in 2017. And I was like, okay, you know, it's alright. You know, most of the games they have there are early access, you know, or like early access, terrible term. They're, you know, they're in development. They're changing, they're gonna be different when they launch. This one is worse than what I played at E3. At E3, it was actually kind of decent, and the concept itself is really cool. Because it's a first-person shooter, but there's zombies around, and you can manipulate these zombies. And you can have them kind of aggro and attack other players. It's actually kind of annoying, though, because the zombies are just straight-up savage. And if you didn't hear that, that's the vibration maxed the fuck out. Which is crazy and not good. So anyways, when you're seeing the screen and you're noticing that it's like shaky, that's not lag, that's straight up the performance of the game. It's absolute shit. It's garbage. I mean, textures load in slowly. The zombies are glitchy as hell. Some of them are like literally sliding across the floor. Some are like glitched through walls. And it's hard to shoot people because it's shaking. Like the screen is like, it's missing a lot of frames. And to make up for it, the game's got this really, really intense auto-aim. So it's kind of hard to shoot at people, you know, free aiming. But if you snap in and out, it automatically basically just gives you a target lock no matter where somebody is. See that? That's what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Definitely isn't. But it makes sense in the context that the game's performance is so bad you need that. Like, this is just absolutely disgusting. And textures in the world load in and out as you're walking by, which, you know, is usually not the worst thing in the world, but the game isn't that great looking. I mean, it looks alright. I originally expected this game would be, you know, like a 7 out of 10. I didn't think it would be amazing. Maybe it could have exceeded my expectations. There was potential there when I played it at E3. There definitely was potential. And then getting this version, I'm literally sick. I've been playing this for, you know, like a few hours at this point. And the screen, I have to take breaks because it's making me sick just looking at it. Which is not good. It's not good at all because of like the shaking. I don't know if people are even like still able to watch it and stuff. It's bad. It's so bad. I feel bad for the developers because, I mean, the concept of the game is cool. It's actually well done in the sense, you know, aside from performance and some of the issues I mentioned, the actual concept and everything's really good. I think this one just needed some more polish or some more performance with it. And it didn't get it, and it was sort of rushed, and that's what we're seeing here. I mean, it looks alright, but when things are loading in and out and your performance is, like, just pitiful, there's a major issue with that. Get rid of these zombies on our side. So in the game there is 6 multiplayer maps from what I've seen. It's like, it's an alright amount, it's not too many. And then, oh jeez, there's about 6 modes as well, which are actually kind of cool. There's one where you use zombies to push objectives, you got like King of the Hill, you got like deathmatch, straight up deathmatch, stuff like that. There's a good selection of those. I would have liked to see more maps. Along with the performance. And I would have liked to see more kind of out of it. You can play locally. Jeez, the zombies are ridiculous. You can play locally with bots if you'd like. You practice the bots. So what's actually really interesting about this game that I do find great about it is that you can buy it separately from the single player. You can buy just the multiplayer if you'd like, or you can buy the full game. And the game itself isn't expensive, which would make this a really compelling package if the performance wasn't garbage. That being said, I can't at all suggest this game, as it is literally one of the worst games I've played this entire generation. The idea is cool. I wish I could do, like, you know, like, what the hell is that? It's just an insta-kill. So not only that, another problem I have with the game is the spawning. So it's not as bad on here, but on other modes, you literally spawn in front of people, behind people, and, like, within a step of some people. It catches you off guard, it's surprising, and it doesn't make any sense. And these zombies are ridiculously overpowered. Like, the zombies are supposed to be a side thing in the game, not straight up, you know, slaughtering you, because you're supposed to use the zombies to your advantage while you're killing players. There we go, got that guy. So back to the actual single player aspect. So you can buy the game as a cheaper game, which is nice. Like, we went right through the objective. That's hilarious. So I just put down a tactical insurgent there.
You're losing, Charlie.
We lost, of course we did. We'll switch to another map and I'll keep talking. Alright, so we're on to another map.
King of the
This is
hill.
like the sewer one. Performance,
Move to
no
the position
better
on your
here.
GPS locator
So going back onto
immediately.
that, the
Hold
solo
location.
player, or the single player, is not worth it. 0%. So it's a series of
We're
survival
losing our resources.
missions that were taken straight from the multiplayer. Same maps. And then they added little tiny terrible bubbles that you move between. And it's just basically borderline impossible to play, as you just die from the toxins everywhere because you need to move into these bubbles to survive, and sometimes the bubbles don't pop up. I don't know if it's just glitchy or just broken, but yeah, no, not worth it in the slightest. So if you are still intent on getting this, just the multiplayer. It'll save you some heartbreak. Anyways, I wanted to highlight this. That is, I'm pretty 100% sure, unfinished textures. I don't know about you, but when I see squares, that means that they didn't map it with a texture, and that is pretty fucking lazy, I've got to say. And I hate to tear into games because I know how much work is behind games. Because I know how much work is involved in games, as we got kicked because the host quit. I guess it doesn't have host migration. Yeah, it's just, but this is like something entirely new. That being said, I wanted to highlight some actual really well done parts. So as far as the weapons go, and kind of class customization, come on. There is a really in-depth option. You can get different, like, iron sights, red dots, gun skins, you know, different weapons, different equipment pieces, and it's all in-game items. So you earn the cash from playing, and then you can buy these cooler things. And there's just a ton of selection there. And that's actually, like, that was a bad spawn right there. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really well done on the customization side of things. And that definitely mad props for getting that set up. It's solid. The whole game screams like it could have been a solid game, but the care wasn't spent to make it so. Like, look at that. The zombie's practically sliding on the floor back and forth. I really want to get a zombie that's just sliding, though, in like one spot, so you can see what I'm talking about earlier. And we did get a nice look at the unfinished textures previously, before the game disconnected, sadly. I have noticed that the game also crashes at times. The game, like, the screen will freeze, and it'll be like, oh, is it gonna, like, you know, is it dropping frames? Nope, and then it just straight shuts off. I'm having trouble with that zombie. Wow, did that guy just spawn right in front of me? Now, I do really like the concept of this. I do. I mean, the idea is neat, but the execution is just poor, and I'd like to see this. Like, why did he spawn? He literally appeared behind me. And I'm not saying that as an, oh no, you guys just showed up behind me. You can see it on the minimap if you go back, that he literally spawns right there. Just like I spawned right there to his right, or to his left. Kinda terrible. I mean, it's not a big map, but stuff like this should not be happening. That should not be happening at all with spawning. So aside from kind of the core gameplay and stuff, the game does have kill streaks, and these are incorporated with the customization as far as, like, you know, buying your kill streaks. And then you earn them, and then you get things like special bonuses, packages getting dropped, you know, your typical kind of kill streak stuff. Damn, these are tough. So, like, I mean, it doesn't feel fluid, obviously, because the performance is terrible. The shooting isn't great. It feels a bit archaic and last gen. The graphics are a mix between alright and what is going on. Let's kill that guy. Nice there. I mean, I'm not terrible at this. I would be a lot better, though, if I wasn't playing through this terrible, terrible performance. Kill this guy here. And this is like the free fall type mode right now. There you go, you
Scouts reporting your position. Enemy scouts reporting your position.
Like, I could see shipment in Call of Duty being like, you know, small spawning. But for a map this big, it shouldn't be so bad. Nice double kill, I like it.
Scouts awaiting your order.
They need to tone down that. And they need to tone down the zombies as well as the vibration settings. Jeez. Like, the zombies should be noticeable, but why didn't the smoke go off and capture anybody? What the hell? The zombies should be noticeable, because, I mean, they're zombies. But they shouldn't be dominating you if you actually, like, aggro them. The player should always be the threat. And I feel that there's a lack of balance there. This guy, oh god, it's just the shakiness in the background is just making me so sick. Now let's get this guy too. Pop, 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 pop. So there's really not a lot of multiplayer to this, and I can see that's why it is a bit cheaper to buy. Like, the price is good. The selection of maps for the price is good. The content for the price is good. The performance for the game is, like, beyond comparable and shouldn't even be. Like, I don't know how this got past certification testing. It's really been lackluster on Xbox this generation. I gotta say that again and again. I don't know how games like this are just being passed by. Like, somebody played this and they're like, this is acceptable. That's what I'm saying right now, is like, somebody, a couple people had to play this and be like, yeah, let's ship it like this. And I could definitely see why review copies were sent out the day of. Because today is launch day. It's to try to hide things a little bit, and ugh, god. I think I'm doing alright. 22 kills. Nice, nice. And those are player kills. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're player kills. These ugly things. But the zombies look kind of cool. Definitely give them that. The zombies are cool looking. I think I just spawned in front of the guy that just killed me. Yep. Like, you have to be hearing that every single time a zombie hits me. That's turned way too much. And I don't touch any of the settings for anything that I do on here because I like to keep it all kind of smooth and natural when I'm comparing, you know, doing comparisons for certain games. You want to keep your settings standard. Oh god, come on.
Enemy scouts.
Nice, okay. Oh, you could escape the zombies?
Enemy PAM deployed.
What are you looking for here? The humans?
Enemy scouts reporting your position. Enemy scouts
Die, zombie.
area.
I see that the zombie was sliding across the floor. There it was. You guys saw it. Cool, so we're back on the water plant doing a King of the Hill
Regain
match.
control immediately.
Another thing I gotta give him credit for is how fast the matchmaking is for the most part. You find matches very quickly. Well, you don't get to choose what you're playing, since everything's just pulled together, it just kind of throws you into something.
Lethal Zulus in your area.
Jeez. That is crazy, and look how shaky that is. What? I hope this picks up on the capture card well, because it's just
New target
fucking
details sent
horrible
to your GPS
while I'm
locator.
playing. Just, like, horrendous. Oh, look how part of the map just loaded in there.
Maintain
I don't know.
defensive
I just don't know
perimeter
what
on
happened
target.
with this game.
Enemy scouts reporting your position.
Nice zombie
awaiting your
kill.
order.
Nice zombie triple kill there. I'm not sure if these are all real players or just bots themselves. Is this real? Those zombies are really just not letting us to have this hill here.
Take target location.
Jeez.
Enemy PAM deployed.
He's waiting at the attack insert to kill me. Nice.
We need more resources and time is
I mean,
running
it would
out.
have been cool to also have character customization to some degree, but the characters look fine. I think they were more worried on trying to get the performance that just isn't here, try to get it up for launch, which is not the case. I mean, this could have actually been a very,
Converge on
very
new
good
target
game.
location.
Well, not very, very good, but it could have been a very fun game. And it could have been one that really draws people's attention. Spawn, or can't find spawn.
Objective secured.
Nope. Kill him. No.
Protect the target.
They're actually holding off. Well, I guess we're not holding off the hill very well. That was fast. And sorry that the video is like so choppy as far as, well, not gameplay performance, I have nothing to do with that. But I mean as far as like matches not being straightforward, you know, like ending a joint at the end of them. Not much I can do, but it kinda sucks. Die! Okay, so this is the best map for showing off the issues I have with the environment. I hope you're noticing how the textures kind of load in and out as you're moving through them. See how things are appearing, disappearing, changing. That's bad. That's really poorly developed. I do, however, like the general design of it. That's like the issue, is the maps aren't actually too bad. Just the loading and everything is just horrendous. And we're currently in the warm-up before each match, so you know, you get used to all the textures loading in and out. And the general game looking like pretty bad. Nice job, everybody. I dig into the look of the guns, but honestly, I don't really care about guns too much. They look fine. There's a selection of classes available. There's a few different weapons. There's not a ton of them, but there's enough for every different type of player. You know, there's 3 different classes: the light, the heavy, and pop. And you know, there's different kinds of class setups that you can make.
Capture their
custom
pheromone cache
classes.
and bring it in.
And obviously the medium class, which I didn't say initially. Light, medium, heavy.
Get out there and steal that enemy PAM supply.
So yeah, we're playing capture the flag basically. Try to get up here. Reload while I press the
The
Y.
enemy is taking our Zulu shoes. Scouts awaiting your
Double
order.
kill. They're getting away with our flag though. Their guys are waiting there to kill them.
The enemy dropped our PAM supply. Protect it.
Yeah, this makes me just sick to look at.
The enemy is stealing our pheromones.
Ugh. No, you throw it. Ugh. Jeez, yeah, the Walking Dead. Fuck, they're feeling me right now. I don't know why I spawned in the enemy base to grab their flag. It's kind of funny. But yeah, this performance is like legit what's happening on the screen. It really is this fucking awful. I feel like I'm swearing too much. Wow. This is honestly just the worst game I've played this generation. The potential is there, and I think that frustrates me a bit more. This is something I would enjoy if it played decently. I like zombie games, I like shooters. Could you fuck off? That guy, the zombie. But it's just like, it's frustrating to see like zombies slipping in and out of the floor, zombies running through doors, or not doors, but running through objects, sliding on the floors. Die, zombie.
Zulu's primed and weaponized. Enemy juice is down. Go get it.
Ugh. Like, look at how everything's just loading in and out like that. Makes me just feel sick. I don't know, overall, it feels hollow, but there's content there. I mean, couple maps, couple modes. This tag isn't bad. Again, just repeating what I'm saying, but ugh. Kapka's flag thing, flag canister. Ow. And just killed by zombies. Guys like getting away with the flag.
Protected.
I don't know why I have to return the flag when I have their flag. Do I still have their flag?
Enemy PAM supply captured and stored and secured.
Nice. Just rolling.
Taking the enemy PAM supply.
Ow. Well, you know, this has been Dead Alliance. It's available in a weird way that makes sense and would be really cool otherwise. And generally, it's not worth your time at all. I am great at this. Great at the worst game.